Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to paint Max and Roxanne, or how I painted them, as you can see from the thumbnail. So I'm starting off with this really beautiful baby blue color. It is from Nails by Dev. I think it's one of her collections, a glitter. Every gel I use will be in the description box down below, because sometimes when I'm filming I forget to show it on the screen and I can't remember the name of them off the top of my head. So I'm going in with 2 coats of this color. I honestly, looking back, wish I would have started off with the white base and then added this glitter in the background later. I'm going in with this color from Nail Reserve called Caramel or Caramel, and then I'm going to be mixing it with a little bit of this color called Marry Me, and it is like a pale pink but with more of a peach rather than pink undertone, if that makes sense. I just mixed a tiny bit of that into it, and this is going to be Roxanne's skin color. I was going off a reference photo of a like cartoon sketch from Pinterest. So, yeah, that's what I'm just referencing off of, and I'm going in and sketching out her face, and I am going to be using the color block method. I didn't really think it through when I did the blue background. Honestly, I really wish I wouldn't have done that. It doesn't make too much of a difference, but it does kind of dull out the colors a little bit. So not, like after that, I started doing the white background for all my characters. This when I did Max and Roxanne, it was before I did Winnie the Pooh, before I did my Homer and Marge, so I was barely getting into like character painting. And this one also took me a very long time. I think I had to put like 4 hours of footage all down into 29 minutes, so it was very hard. But now I'm grabbing this color called Gingerbread Glam from Nail Reserve, and this is her perfect hair color. Like, it is spot on. It's a perfect orange, like really burnt orange color, and I'm going to be color blocking where her hair is. And this part is just super important when you're color blocking, because this is what made me be able to start painting characters. This method is the easiest. It's way easier than trying to sketch out the character and then trying to do random details a little bit like at different times. As long as you get all your color blocking done first, trust me, you'll finish faster. It'll be way easier to do line work, just in general. So on this character, I actually messed up kind of, because I didn't do all my color blocking right off the bat, which I should have done, so that I don't waste so much time. I honestly think that's why the set took me as long as it did, when it shouldn't have taken this long. um so I had started color blocking, and then I went in to start painting line work, which I don't know why I did that. I think I got too excited and wanted to start painting the features on her face, and I just started going in with my liner gel, and I shouldn't have done that. So you'll see in a second how I just start painting her eyes and everything, even though I wasn't supposed to start yet. But right now, just color blocking everything, her hair, and I should have started color blocking her body like I mentioned. But yeah, so if you're learning anything through this video, the main takeaway points right now, 4 minutes in, is to always start with the white base on your background. Unless it's like a lighter color, like a light pink, light yellow, you don't need the white base. But if you're going to do a darker color, like glitter or anything, always do the white base. And then also, if you're going to start on any character, always make sure that you color block your colors first. Try to follow the silhouettes and try to pay attention to how far away everything is from each other. Like, you could see this little piece of hair right now in the middle of her forehead. I specifically was trying to look at how big that piece of hair has to be and how much space it would leave me for her eye here on the left side. I had to pay attention to that, because if I would have made the hair too much to the left, and I'm talking about our left, not her left, I would have made it too much to the left, I wouldn't have had enough space for her eye, and it would have looked super off. Or it would have made her right side, our right side on her face, it would have made it look too big. So it's just like different things like that. Always pay attention to that. And now I'm grabbing this brown color called Persephone. This is the favorite brown that I was talking about in one of my past videos. This brown is amazing. I've used it so many times. I'm literally on an empty bottle right now, but it is just like a neutral toned brown, and it was the perfect color for her nose. And also, this little piece in her hair had a little bit of a brown tone, so I went ahead and did that as well. It's kind of just like the undershadow of her hair being like flipped over, so little shadows like this that you can use that you can color block, do that right off the bat. So like this was like a color block, and then her eyebrows were also this color, and I also have to color block the eyebrows because they are outlined as well with the liner gel. So yeah, all these little things, anything that has to be outlined in liner gel, you always want to make sure that you color block them first and then make sure it's all cured, then you can do everything else after. So now I'm grabbing my favorite white gel polish, the Melody Susie, and I'm going in and drawing the shape of her eye. Her eye is kind of a unique shape, almost like a triangle, really super rounded triangle, but not a triangle at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. Just a super round triangle. So I'm going ahead and doing that. And then her other eye was super weird because it's not even a triangle, it's like a different type of shape. So always pay attention to the shapes on the eyes. Even though, you know, you would want to make the eyes rounded just because that's like a natural instinct that you would probably want to do, always pay attention to how the eyes are shaped, especially with different characters. Disney characters specifically have this certain type of shape eye that's almost like a square triangle mix, square triangle circle mixed like all together. So yeah, these type of characters, you just have to pay attention to that. But what I loved about these characters and what I really liked about painting them was that they don't have like irises. Is that what it's called? Like they only have a black circle in their eye, which makes them super easy to paint, because painting little tiny details and eyeballs are always super hard for me. So I really was excited to paint these characters because I felt like it was something I could achieve being a like quote unquote beginner painter, or beginner character painter. So now I'm grabbing my Baddest Black liner gel, and this is the liner gel that I was talking to you guys about that I started outlining even though I shouldn't have. And I'm going ahead and outlining the eyebrow. The brush I'm using is one of my brushes from Amazon. This is the one that I always talk about. I have always been talking about recently, and yeah, this is just the brush that's super nice and thin and makes me outline super easily and get the thin lines that I'm trying to achieve. And fun fact, I've actually never seen the Goofy movie or where Max and Roxanne came from originally. I really want to watch it now. I'm gonna try to go on Disney Plus and watch it, but I've never seen it, so I'm like, I didn't really know like what aspect of the characters, you know, like when you're doing a freestyle, like you want to know about the characters because it's like makes all the difference. The only reason I wanted to paint them and why I included them in my freestyle is because I looked up on Pinterest cartoon couples, and a whole bunch of cartoon couple inspos came up on Pinterest, and it was the cutest inspos ever. There's still so many characters that I wanted to do for Valentine's Day that I didn't get to do. I really wanted to do Wally and Eve, Carl and Ellie from Up, um Roger and Jessica Rabbit. I really wanted to do a whole bunch of characters that I didn't get to do, so hopefully I still make them for fun later, but as of right now, I'll probably wait till next Valentine's Day to do those couples. But like I said, if not for fun. But yeah, that's how I found the inspo for these characters, Max and Roxanne, was because I looked up cartoon couples on Pinterest. Pinterest is my go-to whenever I'm looking for any type of inspo whatsoever. If you ever feel stuck, a lot of people might not know about Pinterest. I mean, a lot of people might, but then a lot of people might not as well. But Pinterest is like my honestly go-to when you're looking for any type of inspo for any type of character, no matter what it could be, even if it's any type of nail set, no matter what the nail set is, go on Pinterest and you will find some inspo for it. It is just my go-to. I will go there before I go anywhere else. Before I go on Instagram, before I go on TikTok or anywhere, I always go to Pinterest first, even before Google. Like, Google sucks. Go to Pinterest. So yeah, that's what I always do. And yeah, so that's where I found the inspo, and I'm just going ahead and outlining her eye, trying to get the really nice thin line. And now I'm going to draw her pupil. I think this is called a pupil. I'm not sure, but I'm going ahead and drawing it in. Also trying to pay attention again to how big it is on the reference photo that I'm looking at. Paying attention to the fact that I won't make it too small or too big. If it looks too small, it'll look really super off, and if I do it too big, it'll look super off as well. The eyes are the most important part of any character, like any character at all, no matter what character it is, that is the most important part. And then now I'm drawing the little line on top of her nose, and I'm outlining her nose as well. And I'm so sorry if you guys hear some dogs in the background. I have 3 dogs, so they are always playing, always crazy. So yeah. Now I am just trying to outline the nose, but this part doesn't have to be too perfect just because the nose is already brown. So if you kind of go too far into the brown, it's not too big of a big deal. Or yeah, it's not too much of a big deal. But yeah, that's all I'm doing right here. And this was honestly one of my favorite sets. It turned out so cute. And I think I might still have the photo of the person that ordered them wearing it. So I'm going to include that at the end of the video so you guys could see. Because I feel like you guys like to see that. I always love to see it. So yeah. Now I'm doing her mouth and her little chin, and she looks super cute. Like, oh my gosh, I love it. It looks perfect. And now I realized that I should have done the rest of the color blocking before I started doing all this. I just got too excited. And now I'm going to do her body. So she has a tiny little bit of her neck showing, but she is wearing like a t-shirt, so her whole chest isn't showing. But here is the t-shirt color. It is like a really light kind of teal or turquoise color, and I'm going in and trying to draw out this part. For some reason this really confused me because she's sort of looking over her shoulder a little bit, and I've never drawn a character like this before ever in my life, so I was kind of scared, honestly. So I'm just trying to make it look like her back is arched a little bit because she is kind of arched and looking over her shoulder, and her shoulder is pretty high up on her chin, close to her mouth. So for example, when I was painting this character, I tried to make sure that I drew the top of her shoulder exactly how it is on the reference, which was aligned with the very tip of her smile. So things like that, as far as proportions, are things that you want to look out for because those make all the difference. And this is just like the shoulder and the like side part of her t-shirt sleeve. So then the other part of her t-shirt on this side is showing a tiny bit as well, so I made sure to include that. And then she is holding two books, I believe 2 or 3 books. So I went ahead and grabbed some dark green gel polish and made one of the books green, and the other book I'm making this kind of like off red, off pink, I don't know, kind of color, like a muted red, I guess. And that book is the one that's showing the most, so I made sure to kind of make that one a little bit bigger and make sure that it looks like the green one is kind of hiding in the background a little bit. And I'm not worrying too much about the very bottom because I do file my nails at the very end. In case any of you guys are new to my channel, I always file my nails at the end because it makes for the best crisp shape. If I don't file at the end, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I could file in the beginning, but I'll still have to top coat and add all these layers of gel, and they will definitely not look crisp anymore by the time I'm done. So I always just file at the end, and I've never ever had anybody that had an issue with it. And if someone did, I mean, they could just ask me to paint the tips of the nails and I'll do it for them, if they didn't care about like the crisp shape. But me personally, that's just what I do, is I just file them at the end. So yeah, now I'm grabbing the white and I'm just putting the white part of the books, so like the pages, and this part is kind of tedious because I had to make it like a perfect rectangle, and I'm just doing that. And honestly, like, what I realized now, I'm painting super slow because I have this sped up ×2, and I feel like I'm already painting so slow. So that's probably why it just took so long to make this set, honestly. And then, as you can see there, I went ahead and did the rest of her arm, and now I'm going in and doing all of my line work and outlining. I do have a video that I filmed, this is off topic, but a video that I filmed of me painting Meg and Hercules, and I don't really know how to explain how I painted those perfectly. I actually really struggled with it. That was the very first set of character couple that I painted, or nail set of character couples that I painted for my character, like my character thing that I did, and they were very hard to do because I struggled a lot. I started off on that set by going in with my Nails by Dev Dreamliner brush, the one that Dev always uses in her lives, and I felt like I was gonna literally slay the nails. Like, I felt like I was gonna do a really good job because she uses that brush, and it was my first time getting it in the mail, and I really wanted to use it. I even grabbed alcohol, I broke it in, made sure it was good to go, but that brush was extremely just too thick for me, and a little too stiff also. I noticed that when I was putting the gel polish on, it was kind of dragging the color and making it come out super sheer in a weird way. I don't know how to explain it, but I personally did not like the brush at all. I'm gonna have to customize it and cut it to be super thin. Um, it just sucks because I feel like Dev must have like a super light hand, or maybe I got a bad brush. I don't know. I think it's just my hand. I just need like a super thin brush because I feel like that brush might probably does work for other people, but it just didn't work for me. So my Hercules and Meg set, I really struggled on it, and it's not my best work in my opinion, just because on Hercules I felt like the lines I could have been they could have been a little bit thinner. But I didn't realize at that moment that I could have used this Amazon brush and like turned out with the perfect character because I didn't go in with my Amazon brush until I started on Meg. So yeah, basically I said all that whole background story just to say, just to ask if you guys would want another Q&A video because I love filming Q&As and I know you guys love them as well, and I can ask for questions here on Instagram and here on YouTube, and I can film the voiceover Q&A while I'm painting Hercules and Meg because I did film painting that set. So yeah, let me know if you guys would want to see that. But as you guys can see, I did already go ahead and top coat Roxanne. I used my Nails by Dev Shiny Top Coat. It is my favorite top coat for characters, and now I'm going in with this really cute notebook sheet of paper nail that it really gives me school vibes. It is super cute for the Max and Roxanne theme, and I also got the inspo for this on Pinterest, not from a different nail set or a different creator, but it was like a piece of art that somebody made, a digital piece of art, and it looks super cute. So I will be including the inspo. I totally forgot to include the inspo in the Winnie the Pooh video, so I really apologize for that. But I will make sure to include the inspo for Max and Roxanne at the end of this video. But I basically just went ahead and did the lines like a normal sheet of paper, and now I'm going in and drawing these really cute little sketches. So I wanted to make it look like Roxanne was drawing these little sketches in her notebook. That was the vibe I was going for. I wanted these nails to kind of tell a little bit of a story. So I'm going ahead and drawing little sketches, not perfect at all, like a sketch that a teenager would do. And I'm going ahead and just drawing the little hearts, a little heart with a bow and arrow in there, and making it look cute. And then I'm going in, I kind of took a break from that nail because I wanted to add more to it, but I didn't know what yet. So now I'm going in and painting the rest of the nails because I really wanted to bring it all together. So I'm doing light pink for the ring and pointer fingers, and I'm making sure to do 2 coats of that, curing in between each coat, of course. And then I'm going in with Speeding Ticket. This is from Nail Reserve, and the pink that I'm using is Floating by Nail Reserve, or Baby Rose, I believe. It might be Baby Rose because it looks a little different. So Baby Rose by Nail Reserve, and then Speeding Ticket for the red. And then now I wanted to grab some charms, so I knew for sure I wanted to add some charms to this set. I had some charms that were super cute and perfect for this, so I grabbed my resin charm box, and then I wanted to add a glitter to the pinky because I'm going to leave the pinky as is with a red glitter, and this red glitter is absolutely beautiful. It is from Nails by Dev. I just don't know the name of it, so I'll put that in the description. And I'm grabbing my McCart rhinestone gel, and I'm going to be applying some big rhinestones out as well as the charms. So I have these really pretty little resin charms and these really pretty kind of teal rhinestones that I felt like went really pretty with the set. I love freestyles because I get to use my rhinestones that nobody knows even that I even have, or that they would never ask for. So I make sure to use a whole bunch of rhinestones in all my freestyles, all the whole month of February. So now I'm going ahead and, or February and January, and now I'm going in with some more red. I really wanted to tie in the red on the pinky. I feel like the red on the pinky might have been a little bit misplaced. Like maybe I should have made that a different color, but looking back now, I felt like it was perfect. And the fact that I added the little red hearts on the little paper nail really made it look super cute. So now I'm grabbing this little double heart charm that I love. I got it, I think, from AliExpress, and I will put it in the description if I did get it there, or I might have gotten it from Shein. So now I'm done with the paper nail, and I'm going in and top coating, and I'm done with all the nails, and I already went ahead and cured, double, triple cured my rhinestones. And when you're using the Macart rhinestone gel, you have to make sure to cure it all the way through. Make sure it's super, super fully cured. And I'm just making sure to top coat all the nails. Of course, Roxanne was already top coated. And yeah, so this is how it turned out. She looks so cute. I love it. Honestly, one of my favorites. And now I'm going to start on the Max hand. So on Max's hand, I wanted to make it look like he was asking her to be his, or to like be his Valentine or something. So I wrote "be mine" with a question mark, like if he was passing this a little note to her in class or something. Like I said, I wanted to tell a little bit of a story, so I went ahead and wrote this down. And then because she had the red pen on her sheet of paper too, or the red marker, I went ahead and wrote the answer in red so that it could look like she answered it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's so cute. So yeah, I really wanted to do that. Um, and like I said, I did see some inspo for this on Pinterest. So I put "be mine," and then I'm putting the little checkbox in yes or no, and then writing little hearts all around it as well. And it is kind of hard to write like normal words with gel polish, honestly, and a little brush like this. It's like honestly harder than I thought. So don't underestimate yourself, and don't be super scared, because I think letter work is hard for everybody that does nails. It's just hard in general. So yeah, now I'm doing the little hearts, and whenever I'm doing any type of little details like this, I will switch to my Nails by Dev 9mm brush, because it's shorter and it gives me a little bit more precision. If I was using my normal Amazon brush that I use for the characters, it would be a little bit harder to get these perfect little hearts, even though I wasn't trying to make them perfect, but it'll just be harder. And as you can see here, I'm using the 9mm, and I'm drawing the little red hearts pretty easily because the brush is shorter, so it gives me a little more control. So I'll switch off between my Nails by Dev 9mm and my other brush from Amazon, but the brush from Amazon is the one that I use for all my characters. And yeah, so I basically wrote her answer, the check mark on yes, and a little bunch of little hearts, like if she added hearts all around on the page and then passed it back to him. I don't know, you guys. I just like making scenarios for my character art. And then now I added the charms again, but this time I switched the color to the pink one. And the color that I did here on the pointer finger was just the same teal that I used for Roxanne's shirt, but I added a glitter over it, like a iridescent glitter. And then now I'm going in with the charms and rhinestones again for the ring finger. So that is what I did for this character, or for this hand. I did like the other nails first, and on Roxanne's hand set, I did it different. Like I did it the opposite. So for this hand, you could see that I did all the accent nails first, or not accent nails, all the other nails first, and I'm doing Max last. That's because I did Roxanne and all of these nails that you're seeing me do right now all in one night, and it was like 3 in the morning at this point, and I couldn't do Max, so I painted Max the next day. So this is actually the next day. I started on Max, and I am going ahead and using that same color, the same exact color that I used for Roxanne. I already had the colors mixed together, so I didn't want to waste them. So all I did was add a little bit of white. I feel like his skin tone is lighter than hers, so she's a little more tan. So I definitely went ahead and made him a little bit lighter, so I added white to it. And I'm sketching out his silhouette of his face, and it was a little bit hard because he's like literally facing sideways, like in the photo that I looked at. So I also wanted to make this a little bit easier for me, so by just having to draw only one eye. If not, I would have had to draw 2 eyes, so this also made it easier for me, which is better. So yeah, especially because at this point I didn't have a lot of experience drawing characters, like I mentioned earlier. And now I'm just going to fill it all in and make sure everything's all cured, but I am also trying to make sure that I have all the placement correct for everything. Sorry, you guys. So now that I'm done with all of the color blocking, I'm going ahead and starting off on the detail work. So I'm doing the his eyeball, and then I'm going to do the lines. So I did accidentally let my phone die. My phone died when I was doing a little bit of the lines around his eyes, but here I am doing it around the mouth and his little tooth as well. I had to make sure I outlined that as well. He does wear a really cute red jacket, but I made his, I don't know if it's just that his head is super long because he had his mouth open, but I didn't have any room to make his sweater, which is okay. It still turned out super cute. But I really did want to paint his sweater. But I still tried to fit his ear at least a little bit. I still wanted to make it look like his ear was dangling right here by the side of his head. And I feel like I did it pretty good. So as you can see, I switched from the nails by Dev 9mm. For the other nails, I switched back to my Amazon brush. You can tell when I'm using the Amazon brush because it has like this gold part on the bottom, and Dev's brushes have like a silver, I think. So yeah, in case you guys ever wonder like what brush I'm using, it's always either this one or the Dev 9mm. So I'm going ahead and just outlining his mouth right here. I get the super thin lines with this brush like I mentioned earlier. And thank you guys so much for all the love on my past videos. You guys are super sweet, and you guys give me the motivation to continue to upload. Sometimes I film a lot of sets and I never even upload them because I feel like you guys probably wouldn't want to see it. But even my boyfriend will tell me, like, just upload it, like, they'll probably love to see it, and then, yeah. But anyways, that's pretty random. Here is Max all done. I went ahead and top coated him once I was finished curing everything. And then here is the finished result. This is the set video that I took for my Instagram, and it looks amazing. I absolutely love it, and I really hope you guys love it as well. If you guys have seen a Goofy movie, let me know in the comments down below. And here is the picture of her wearing them. They look super cute, and I'm glad they fit her perfect. And then here is my inspo as promised. So this is the inspo for Roxanne. This is the inspo for Max. And then this is the inspo for the rest of the nails. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please don't forget to leave a like. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video or if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!